We're exploring our data today, and we're doing that around the question, how many green socks did Tokyo sell on Wednesdays? And we were already getting close in the previous video. We had color, we had category. One thing that's missing is the date, the Wednesdays. So what we could do is add a slicer, and here you see me do it through the ribbon. That's an alternative way to get a slicer in. Add a slicer for dates. But those are a lot of dates, and suppose we have to get our calendar out and see which one of those are Wednesdays. That seems like a lot of work. That's not something we want. And an important takeaway from this course is, if you see that something is going to be a lot of work, if it's like an hour of manual labor, probably there's a smarter way to do it. And that holds in this situation as well. So let me show you a smarter way to select the Wednesdays. This is not what we want. Let's delete this horrible slicer with all the dates and look at an alternative. So what we could do is add a formula for weekdays. Excel has a formula weekday where you can just input a date and you get the number of weekday from 1 on Sunday and on. So this works. However, now we're mixing formulas and data, and that is never a good idea. And also, this weekday is not in the data model yet, so we would have to make a new pivot table including weekday. This is no good. I don't like it. There has to be a better way to add a field. Oh, let's change that name as well, because obviously sheet 4 is not a good name. So what is a better way to do it? Let's use our superpowers. If you've done the previous MOOC, you know about Power Pivot, which is like a pivot table, but a lot more powerful, like a pivot table with superpowers. If you've never seen Power Pivot before, again, we will post a few links under this video. Watch them first, please, because otherwise it can be a bit too much to be introduced to Power Pivot in a speedy way. So if you know it, feel free to move on with me and have a look at how we can solve our day problem using Power Pivot. We can click Manage here in the ribbon, and now we get the data model. So what you see here is all our data, and here we can add a weekday column as well, in exactly the same way as we did it in Excel. We just add a formula, is weekday. We can use any formula out Excel here, and there you have it. And you don't have to even drag down. Power Pivot automatically updates it for all the fields and automatically adds it to your pivot table. So it's right there. You can add a slicer for it, and now we can count Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, click, ta-da, all the green socks in Tokyo with just 3 clicks. And not only have we now calculated the green socks in Tokyo on Wednesdays, but we've made an interface that allows us to analyze any color, any category on any day of the week. So we've prepared ourselves for exploratory analysis of our data. See you next week!